Okay, my quick question is, what inspired you? What was your turning point at home, and who were your teachers?
Okay, so my turning point, uh, we were always conscious of the religion when we grew up. The dean was always there. We never did not have, once our parents became Muslims, we've always had the dean. But, man, we got older, we just forgot, you know? Like, we didn't have a lot of money. We wanted to dress like hip, like, y'all know, man, American culture, man. Yeah, man, you know what's up. We wanted to be like, get a baseball cap, New York Yankees. Man, had to have a New York Yankee hat, And for me, my cousin, he was killed in the streets. And my father was killed in the streets. I was 1 year old. And my whole life, though, I kind of just, you kind of can't miss a thing that you never had, So I kind of, as a defense mechanism, I just kind of like made myself be okay with it. So I just didn't really, I just kind of, in my mind, I don't need anybody. If my mom can't give it to me, I get it myself, Because I'm not gonna, ask another man for anything. And I have a brother, and we're gonna be okay, But man, seeing my cousin, seeing his body on the ground, bullet in his chest, yeah, man. His name is Shadi, rahimahullah. Inshallah, say a-Fatiha for him, a-Fatiha. He had sons, and it was funny, he came home from prison that day. And I was working. I was the only one, well, there were a few of us, but I was like one of the only ones who didn't see him. Because when someone comes from a prison, it's a big deal. Alhamdulillah, it's a big deal, right? So he was very young. He came home from prison, and it was his son's birthday. He had two children, Shadi and Shadim. And it was Shadim's birthday, the baby boy. I think he was going to turn like 2 or something like that. And he was only home for 12 hours, or 13 hours, I believe, before he was killed. Yeah, it happened close to midnight that night. He was released shortly after noon that day. And I never got to, and we talked so much, like on the phone and stuff like that, when he was in prison and different things, and he's living his life for the deen, living his life for the, he's going to be a Muslim, Because where we're from, when you become a Muslim, that's the sign that you want to be a good man, right? Maybe before Islam, drinking, drugging, this, that, but you want to be a good man, become a Muslim. Even if you're poor, become a Muslim. You'll have strong family, wife, children, like that. And he was trying to do that, and his life was cut short, alhamdulillah. But now I realize that Allah Ta'ala was always going to call him back at that time. So these days, I'm not as sad about it anymore, but for a very, very long time, it hurt me really bad. But his sons, when he got killed, that's what made me start thinking about my dad a lot. I say, no, man, these kids can't grow without a dad like me, man. That can't happen again. And then I'm thinking about my own sons. I told you I have some daughters. I got 4 sons, too. I'm thinking, at that time, I only had just 1 son at that particular time, but now I got a lot of boys, man. My house is crazy. But, yeah. And so from there, I just really thinking about the orphan a lot. This idea of the orphan in our community, this idea of young men without Muslims, without men that can raise them up. And in my community, the biggest problem that we have is we have a shortage in men. Whether the jail cells have them, whether there are drugs, whether it's alcohol, or whether the streets and the embarrassment of financial pressure that makes them run. We have a shortage of men. And that's why I tell all of you, man, you have men. Connect to each other. You have it. And I just, for myself, I say, you know what? I can't be another person that makes us any more shorter than we already are.
Was your mom part of your influence?
Oh, yeah, man. My mom is like, really, my mom's like the best Muslim I know. Not joking, bro. And I know like a lot of people, man, but my mom believes in Allah. Straight up. My mom believes in Allah. Like, psh. And my mom's no shy woman. She lets you know, But I seen my mom struggle with money. And I see her, she gets little worried because there's no man. So she's working. But then I see her, she pays all the bills, buy a little bit of food, $2, $3, $5, $6 left, right? A couple bucks, right? I remember one time she had to get a paycheck, So she paid $1. That's all she had left. She had to get like the coins out of her dresser to catch the bus to her job to get her paycheck. When she got there, the paycheck wasn't there. She walked all the way from the other side of the city, came home. And we were like, you know, well, did you get it? You know? And she was like, no, it didn't come today. They said it's going to come tomorrow. And you know what she said? Alhamdulillah. That's my mom, man. That's my mom, man. Really, man. Like, I never see her pray and don't cry. Like, straight up. Like, really, man. Like, and she would literally feed anyone. Dog, cat, bird, she don't care. If there's food on the stove, come in. Yeah. That's my mom. And she was a person who was really good to a lot of my friends growing up who didn't have moms like that. And I pray Allah reward her for that.
Ameen.
And reward all of your moms as well. Ameen.